What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 12, season 3 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
Oh, did you say something, Chad?
No.
I don't listen to bitch.
Oh.
Wow, that was really mean. That was.
No, my feelings are hurt now.
I was going back and watching old episodes. That's how we were wild back in episode.
Yeah, we said some hurtful shit to each other.
Oh, I mean, I still do, but.
Yeah, I know. You're a big meanie.
Shut up, pussy.
You're a pussy.
You don't even know what that is.
Pushed me.
I'm gonna beat this shit out.
What was that for?
I'm gonna beat the shit out
They
of him.
fully shoved me.
In the TW streaming house.
You're a bitch.
Wow. Chad has woken up and shows. He's on the phone right now.
I'm finishing booking Nitro.
I already have my shit booked. Chad, what do you feel? How do you feel about this pre-show match?
I think Shawn versus Billy Real. I think that's the real deal right there.
The real dilly? Really dilly?
The really dilly.
Billy Ryle.
The really dilly.
Billy Real. That's not even how you spell real.
You're correct.
Either one.
You're correct.
Shawn gets a big win over Billy Ryle in 8:19 with a magic carpet ride.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
Oh, Justice Payne in his debut pre-show match fucking breaks his wrist.
Oh, no.
Good Lord. Justice Payne defeats Devon Storm in 10:26 by pinfall with a pain through. Why'd you look at me like that? Don't look at me like that, Chad.
I wanted to gauge your reaction. I want to know if we should be sad or not.
He broke his wrist.
If we should cry.
Oh, Chris Jericho's going on tour for 8 months. I'm going to lose him for 8 months. I'm so sad.
Why'd you say that to me? Be nice.
This is how you looked when Jericho went on tour. And another pre-show match. PJ Black takes on a man who makes his return. His first match in 2001, Steve Blackman. PJ Black defeats Steve in 15-18. Stop looking at me, Chad. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. All right, this is a major motion picture, Chad. Take notes.
Major motion picture.
We start off the show with Meek Coffin. Unbelievable.
How unprofessional.
COVID is hitting me hard. I'm joking.
No.
I'm joking. I don't have COVID. Edge and Christian get called out by CM Punk, and they still they remember last week we saw Punk and Steel both lose in their King of the Ring matches, and then they beat up they brawled with Edge and Christian in the back, and they want a piece of Edge and Christian tonight. Edge and Christian come out and they say, sorry boys. Unfortunately, we have 2 King of the Ring matches we are going to win tonight. Don't worry though. We found you 2 opponents you guys can wrestle. You guys want to let off some steam. You guys let off some frustration. You guys are going to open tonight, taking on the 2 men that beat you last week, Kishi and The Rock.
Ooh.
And Punk and Steel are like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. So we get that match right here. The Rock and Kishi take on Punk and Ace Steel. And about that great wrestling and good heat. Chad put his phone down. He was intrigued.
I was intrigued.
The
by
Rock.
Rock and Kishi.
The Rock.
Rockishi.
Okay, I like that. The Rock defeats pins CM Punk with a Hurricane DDT in 1803. The Rock. Big match right
Can
here.
I pitch a name for this team?
They're not a team.
The Rock and Buttock Connection.
All right, that's it, boys. That was the end of the Monday Night Wars. Shawn Daivari and Tom Pritchard are backstage, though, Chad. And Shawn Daivari, he had a big win against Billy Ryle. Billy Real Deal. What's his name? Billy Real.
The real deal.
Billy really?
The highlight reel.
The highlight reel, Billy Real. Oh, I like that. Man, there's going to be I have so many good guys with just shit names that I can just... So many bad guys with great names. That's what I meant to say. Shawn Daivari says, I can beat anyone if I can beat Billy Real. This is the new era of Shawn Daivari, and I got my boy Tom Pritchard with me, and Tom Pritchard's smoking a doobie. Actually, he's not. We don't condone drug usage in WWF. He's smoking life.
Smoking.
Oh, boy. The Brothers of Construction take on John Berger and Lance Cade. And Brothers Construction get a big win over Berger and Cade, Chad.
The Burger Cade.
Burger Cade. Bull pins Lance Cade with a guillotine leg drop. This is Lance Cade's debut match here on Raw. John Berger's been here a while. Or a couple of things. He's been here and there. He got a 40, John Berger did.
Oh, good.
And Lance Cade debuted in his cowboy gimmick, and he got a very good cowboy.
He's a very good, that's his gimmick, the very good cowboy.
The very good cowboy Lance Cade. Oh, we already got the adequate monster. Who was the adequate monster?
Oh,
was that Lord of War?
No, it was that one dude with the face.
Yes, sir, the one dude with the face. Jesus, who was that?
Josh Nord? No.
Jeff Bearden.
Jeff Bearden.
Jeff Bearden.
Who the fuck is Josh Nord?
I don't know. I don't know how I pulled Jeff Bearden out of that. Chad, Future Shock is in the building tonight.
Oh, they're here.
They have arrived in a limo. Tyson, Lesnar, and Orton. They're here. Orton's got a King of the Ring match tonight, Chad. He's taking on Christian Cage later tonight. But first, speaking of King of the Ring matches, Chad, it's Stasiak and Chad Collier up next.
Here we go.
You predicted. You predicted Chad Collier to win. Can he do it?
Of course he's going to.
Oh, and a great match. Stasiak makes his way down to the ring, and he defeats Chad Collier.
Oh, boo!
And they don't click. Oh. You fucked me over here, Chad. It's all your fault.
Here's the thing. You knew that I predicted your bracket to the T. So on the fly, you changed it just to spite me.
I can show you the original bracket, Chad.
Listen.
I can show you the original bracket.
Well, then if that's the case, then we were robbed.
I don't think so.
Chad was robbed.
He doesn't click with Shawn Stasiak, Chad. That's not a good sign for your future.
That's because Stasiak sucks.
Remember, back in the day when we did this over Discord, you could say that shit and get away with it. When you say that in my house, I can beat you up because you're right here. Your words have consequences now in real life, Chad. This is not...
Back at me.
And Future Shock's watching the match, man. Brock's watching every one of these matches. He's he's taking notes. He's going like this. I was fake writing in the air. If you guys can't see that.
That sound effect wasn't enough. We couldn't understand.
Randy Orton is getting ready, though. He's taking on Christian Cage up next. But first, Dean Malenko has asked, hey, Dean Malenko, there's a couple things. First off, we saw you talking with Justice Payne earlier tonight, and then we saw he broke his wrist. How do you feel about the future of Justice Payne? Well, I feel like, just like his wrist, our friendship is broken. I don't train. I don't work with losers. I don't work with pansies. I don't work with fragile guys. I need big, strong, meaty men in the Malenko dojo. Well, how do you feel about going in the King of the Ring match up later tonight against Alex Wright, your former tag team partner? He said Alex Wright. I'm gonna dominate him in the ring. And you know why? You know why I'm going to dominate him in the ring? Because he was an anchor. He was the reason our tag team floundered in WCW. It's the reason why DNA became RIP. It's because he can never just hold up his end of the table. Dean Malenko, the Iceman. I'm one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time. Alex Wright. Some people might say his dad's better than him. And you see where his dad's career is at right now. So, I don't know. I don't think he stands a chance in the ring tonight against me. Randy Orton takes on Christian Cage. What do you feel about that Dean Malenko promo?
I liked it.
Okay, well, Randy Orton takes on Christian Cage and defeats him in 16-13 with an RKO, Chad. You're already 0-1 tonight. And you did pick Randy Orton to win against Christian Cage. You're 1-2. Nice.
Thank you.
Did I...
Did you what?
Oh, I thought this was the real bracket, Chad.
You're like, do I have the real bracket? This is the real bracket. Chad wins.
I was like, is this the real bracket? Did I forget Lenny Lane, PJ Black? Forgot both those men lost. I was like, what the fuck? PJ Black was already in a match tonight. Randy Orton defeats Christian Cage in 16-13. Dean Malenko makes his way down to the ring for his big match, though, and Alex Wright blindsides him down the ramp, Chad. Ooh. And then he throws him into the ring. And the referee rings the bell. And in a superb match, Alex Wright defeats Dean Malenko, taps him out after blatantly cheating. Alex Wright will move on in the King of the Ring, Chad. Alex Wright, moving on. You did not. You picked Dean Malenko.
Just to lose to me.
Just to lose to you. So it'll be Alex Wright and Shawn Stasiak next week. Oh, man. What a match that's going to be, Chad. Alex Wright, though. Big win over Dean Malenko, the Intercontinental Champion.
Are you sure you don't want to change your mind and put Chad back in it?
What's your deal, Chad? You needed to win a match. You couldn't do it. You choked when
There's a conspiracy theory.
What is it? What's the conspiracy?
You have to get me.
All right, you're yawning. Okay. Kaiji Muto and Jushin Liger
get me.
are warming up. It's the main event. Jushin Liger and Edge.
Bang. Oh, all right.
99.
Did bang.
Edge does defeat Jushin Liger in 1807. You did not predict that. You predicted PJ Black, which I'll give it to you because you predicted the bottom one to move on to the. So 2 for 4 today, Chad. 2 for 4. That's pretty good. Get the fuck out of here. You stink. 2 for 4. That's a failing grade.
That's 50%.
Yeah. If you get a 50% on a test, do you pass?
No, you fail.
Exactly. So there you go. Chad, you suck.
Oh, no.
Edge defeats Jushin Liger in 1807 with a leaping DDT. No. That means Edge will take on, Chad. Edge will take on Randy Orton next week. That'll also include Stasiak, Alex Wright, Kishi and The Rock, and Triple H, Kurt Angle. That'll be the matches next week for Monday Night Raw's side of the King of the Ring. Big matches. Triple H Angle. Kishi and The Rock. Chad, you stink. You didn't make it. After the match, though, Randy Orton attacks Edge to just send a message to the Rated R superstar that, Randy Orton's not playing around here in the King of the Ring. He'll win the King of the Ring, he says, and then he'll go to SmackDown and win that world title. And Future Shock will hold all the world championships. And then Brock Lesnar looks big to end the show. 96. Come on, Chad. This is what we do here, Chad. King of the Ring producing 99s in the main event every time.
Yeah.
This is what we gotta do, Chad. You gotta do a King of the Ring.
Okay, I'll do a King of the Ring.
No, that's my gimmick.
If you take one of my tournaments, I'm gonna take King of the Ring.
What tournament am I taking?
I don't know.
Why would I take? What am I? The fucking Brattle Brawl?
I'm gonna take Cruiserweight Classic down the line maybe one day.
I'd rather eat glass. Okay. We'll see for Nitro where Chad is going to attempt to book a show coherently.
There will be no attempt.
But incompetency will occur, and Chad will not know what he's doing.
Listen, I have it where I want it.
No one can hear you mumbling over there, bud.
I have him right where I want him. And everyone get ready for the show of the week. This show will do better than Raw. Or I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't
know what I'm doing.
I don't think you'd know what you're doing.
Listen, Justin, I know what I'm doing. And I hope you're ready for this.
Let's get into it.
Yes. We start the show off. Hulk Hogan is here, and he says, I need
a redo for
Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels to come down to the ring, brother. And Chris Jericho, he shows up, and he is just pissed off, mad as hell. Shawn Michaels comes out with the World Heavyweight Championship that he won last week. And he says, now listen, brother, I've been thinking all week, and that match just didn't sit with me, brother. I'm not really sure what happened there. Jericho, you had Sid Vicious run in and attack Shawn Michaels. And Shawn, you used the rope for leverage to cheat, and it was a very weird match, and both of you, should have been disqualified in that match, which tells me that on one hand the title shouldn't have changed hands and it should be Jericho's again. But Shawn, you did win the match but you did win the match, and I don't know what to do now. And Jericho says, what you should do, Hulk, is look at the tape. Listen, you can disqualify me. If the match ended when Sid Vicious attacked, then disqualify me. Or if you're going to disqualify Shawn Michaels for cheating, then do that too. But either way, at the end of the day, there was a disqualification, and the belt should go back to Chris Jericho. And then Shawn Michaels says, Hulk, I've got a better idea. Now you're the general manager and you do whatever you need to do. And listen, yeah, I put my foot on the rope for leverage. Yeah, it took everything I had to take Chris Jericho down, and in a moment of weakness, I put my foot on the ropes. But listen, that's not something that a champion does, and that's not something that I want to do. Listen, I first of all, I need to say sorry to you, Hulk, and say sorry to the fans for using a cheap tactic. All right, listen, I care about this belt, but I need to win it the right way. So Hulk, here's what I'm suggesting. I'm going to relinquish the World Championship tonight.
Boo.
But at Great American Bash,
And not the main event.
at Great American Bash, I go one-on-one against Chris Jericho, and we do this the right way. And Hulk Hogan says, you know what, brother? It takes a big man to admit when they messed up. And I think these fans, they want to see that match done the way it's supposed to be. I know I sure as hell do. So, brother, tonight, we are going to relinquish the world title, but at Great American Bash, we're going to crown a new one. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, one-on-one. And Jericho, he's just irate. And Shawn Michaels, he said he thanks Hulk. And Justin, we get it done the right way. Now that I had to teach myself how to rebook. Shawn versus Jericho, one-on-one.
You also debuted Jeremy Borash as an announcer.
Jeremy Borash is here, yes!
You didn't fucking need
Got a
to,
great...
You didn't need to yell right there.
I was so excited. Jeremy Borash is here.
At the announcing desk, Borash was pretty weak.
Oh, it's great.
It's not going to be a good show.
We got our opening match. Shane Douglas taking on Hardcore Holly. These two men are facing off in
Former
the
tag champ
Scars and
Shane
Stripes.
Douglas sucks.
But to be fair, he's facing Hardcore Champion Hardcore Holly. And Hardcore Holly
What's more prestigious?
did defeat Shane. Well, it depends on what you're asking. Did defeat Shane Douglas with the flying leg drop. We are backstage and Jericho he's freaking out, he's irate, and he says fine, it's fine, Sid, it's fine. Listen, we'll figure it out. We'll get that belt back. It's fine. And Sid says, you know what, Jericho, when I was away, when I was gone, you were the only person from this company who would call me, send me emails asking how I was doing, worried about my well-being. And that meant a lot to me. So when I came back, I knew I had to help my friend Chris Jericho retain the belt. And we failed at it, but I mark my words, at Great American Bash, we won't fail again. I will help you get that championship belt back. We have a tag team match, Justin. We've got FBI taking on D'Lo and Big Daddy V. And about that subpar wrestling a little heat, FBI defeat D'Lo Brown and Big Daddy V when Johnny Stamboli pins D'Lo Brown.
Ooh, Stamboli was the weak link. Got a 37. Stamboli stinks.
Yeah, well, listen. Big D'Lo Brown stinks.
Yeah.
Big Daddy V got a 63. Look at that.
You don't want to push D'Lo.
And we've got another one-on-one match. Some more matchups of the 6 men and the Scars and Stripes squaring off. We got the world champ, the U.S. champion, Chris Benoit taking on Mick Foley. And about that sensational wrestling great heat, Chris Benoit defeats Mick Foley with a dragon suplex. Got 93, Justin.
Got a 93.
And we are backstage. Minoru Suzuki, Paul Heyman, and Rob Van Dam. There, they watched that match, FBI versus D'Lo Brown and Big Daddy V, and Paul Heyman thinks, maybe the FBI are the next opponents for the Paul Heyman guys. But then the Dudley Boys, they show up and they say, hey, listen, give us an opportunity. We'll face FBI next week, and if we win, maybe we have an opportunity. And Paul Heyman, he says, you know what? Sure, we'll be watching next week. So, Justin, FBI versus the Dudley Boys next week.
Oh, I can't.
You can't what?
I can wait.
Oh, well, you don't have to wait too long. You're not going to have to wait that long.
I can wait.
Oh. Justin, you hurt my feelings.
It's fucking... Yeah.
And I don't appreciate it.
Get over it.
Do you like hurting my feelings? Do you like making me sad?
Do you want me to answer that live?
No, I want you to just be my friend, to just support me. You know what? I want a hug. Bring it in.
Get off of me. Get off of me. We're at war.
Are you ready for the next segment?
This isn't friendship time. This is war, Chad.
But you can't spell friendship without ship. And the ship has sailed on this war.
No,
I'm the victor.
No, these are two big warships.
All right, next segment. We got Taka Michinoku taking on Canyon, Justin. Look at this in a superb match.
Of course, Taka loses.
Canyon
You suck,
defeats
Taka.
Michinoku
Get fucked.
by submission. I actually had the game. Let the game pick it.
Get fucked, Taka.
So, look at that. Shawn Michaels, he says, listen, oh, I forgot to say this. After that Chris Jericho Sid Vicious promo, Jericho challenged Shawn Michaels to a tag match tonight. So he said, go find a partner because me and Sid Vicious, we're gonna make sure you don't make it to Great American Bash. So Shawn Michaels,
I don't think Sid Vicious is gonna do much.
So Shawn Michaels, he says, fans, I already said this at the beginning of the show, but I promise, this Shawn Michaels, I got to give you a champion you deserve. I'm actually happy it happened this way because now I can do the right thing, and that's beat Jericho for real without having to use dirty tactics, no interference, no tricks, just you versus me to see who is the better wrestler. And Chris Jericho, let me tell you,
it's not you.
It's me, the showstopper. I am Mr.
Money in the Bank.
Well, I guess I can't say that anymore. I am Mr. Main Event. I am the main event. I'm the Heartbreak Kid. Mr. Main Event.
He won't even main event Great American Bash.
And Jericho, I'm gonna win the world title, and I'm gonna end your reign. I'm gonna end your run. But more importantly, I'm gonna make you shut your mouth.
He already
once
ended the run.
and for all. Well, he's gonna end it for good.
Well, that tour is gonna end it for good.
And he says, and don't you worry, I'll find a partner, and I'll see you in the main event.
I'm very interested to see what his partner is.
Justin, we've got a women's match, Chyna versus Cutie Suzuki. And in about that decent wrestling, but not much heat, Chyna defeats Cutie Suzuki with a power bomb, Justin.
Nice.
And then after that, Queen Charmel hits her with a Queen's Gambit.
She hit her with a Netflix show.
And then, after Chyna, she's knocked out from the Queen's Gambit. She takes her ring finger and she holds it to Chyna's lips and making her kiss the ring.
Ew, get that off my TV.
Well, you're lucky it's the next segment. And our main event, Justin, Chris Jericho and Sid Vicious taking on Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash. And in about the head great wrestling and the great heat and decent wrestling, Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash defeat Jericho and Sid Vicious when Shawn Michaels pins Sid Vicious with a flying elbow drop.
Why did you rate Vicious on limited involvement?
I didn't think he could go.
Well, that hurts the match.
Yeah, well.
See, this is what I mean. I gotta teach you how to play this fucking game, Chad.
Listen, that's okay.
This match is hurt because of some workers weren't they were just there.
That's okay. Listen.
Why did you bucket? Sid Vicious to have limited involvement. All right, that's it. That was Nitro.
That was Nitro. Yeah.
It's not a 96.
86.
Hey,
it's an 86 though.
Hey,
blue number.
Blue number.
It's a blue number.
I don't know if it deserved a blue number.
I think you don't deserve a blue number. That's right. I said it.
All right, try to remember you are in my house. You're in my house.
My house now.
We'll see you for SmackDown.
It's my house.
Where
now.
either I'm gonna book SmackDown or Chad's about to get the SmackDown.
Get on. Get it on. And we're here with SmackDown, Justin.
I don't want to restart this. I want to do it over again, but you're going. Chad, this is SmackDown.
It is. Let's get it on.
Move to the music, yeah, the fucking music. You said dirty, I said that fucking music. What are you looking around for?
Get it on.
You lose something? Let's get this SmackDown. Chad, how do you feel about this match?
I mean, listen, pretty sure about that. Decent wrestler, not much credit, right? Rhino defeated Trent Acid with the gore.
Yeah, Rhino getting a big win, and Trent Acid getting a 70 on the pre-show.
There you go.
Jesus, 70. Good for Trent Acid. We also have Tyson taking on Loki in the pre-show, Chad.
Yeah.
You forgot about Tyson didn't you?
I did forget about Tyson Did you forget about Tyson
I did not forget about Tyson We got some plans for Tyson
Tyson
And our last pre-show match of the night. Chris Sabin defeats the Amazing Red in 10:07 with a future shock.
I love Chris Sabin.
I love being in the XL Energy Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Chad.
Minnesota.
What's wrong with Minnesota?
Vikings fans.
Minnesota. Vikings fans.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Part of the Gentlemen's Club come out to start off Friday night SmackDown that includes Scott Steiner, Arn Anderson, and United States Champion Booker T. And they called out Clyde Flanders, Chad. As Clyde Flanders called them out last week and said, "Oh, you want our respect? You want the Gentlemen's Club respect? I don't even know your real name. I don't even know your in-ring name. I don't even know who you are." Oh, man, maybe I shouldn't run this gimmick. I just realized Clyde's with Kimberly Page, and DDP's in this. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Gonna hit close to home.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Forgot all about that. Look, we don't want you and your bimbo manager in this fucking group, buddy. And Clyde Flanders comes on. He says, "I could kick any one of your guys' ass. It doesn't matter who I'm in the ring with. Clyde Flanders is gonna get it done." So we get a match here, Chad. It's not a Clyde Flanders taking on a Gentleman's Club member. It's Clyde Flanders against a handpicked opponent from the Gentleman's Club. It's the Godfather.
Oh.
And Clyde Flanders defeats him in 11:37 with a pile driver. A big win for Clyde Flanders. Really showing up and showing out here, Chad, in Minnesota. How do you feel about your former protege, Clyde Flanders?
Oh, he looks a lot like Chase Tatum.
No, he doesn't. After the match, Booker T gets beaten down by Clyde Flanders, Chad.
That bastard.
The little rat fucker. Clyde Flanders beats up Booker T. Oh, Perry Saturn is here, Chad. Bet you forgot about him.
I didn't.
Perry Saturn is here. He's having a match tonight. I think he's having a match up next, Chad.
Oh, people are saying that.
And he's taking on King Iakea, a man who was not, if I can remember, in the King of the Ring. What do you look at? Pay attention to the show.
Around.
Pay it.
I just saw it.
You gotta write notes down, Chad. How do I book a proper show? How do I get good ratings? King Ikea, though, loses to Perry Saturn in 15:06 with a Death Valley driver. Perry Saturn proving to everyone that he's still a good hand in the ring. Got an 83.
There we go.
We move on. Our first King of the Ring match tonight. We saw Booker T get attacked by Clyde Flanders, but that does not do enough damage as Booker T defeats his fellow Gentlemen's Club member DDP in a round of 32 King of the Ring matchup. Booker T defeats DDP in 16-13 with a Harlem Hangover. Chad, did you predict that on here? You did. You did predict Booker T defeating.
I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Ha ha.
Do you see this right here?
Yeah. Well, that's because you robbed me.
Oh.
Cheated me.
And then Clyde Flanders once again comes out and attacks Booker T, Chad. This guy hates Booker T.
Yeah, man, hates Booker T.
He wants. It looks
the
like
Clyde Flanders show.
Not only does it look like he wants the respect of the Gentlemen's Club, it looks like he's going after the United States Championship, Chad.
You think? Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, and Jeff Jarrett is playing a solo song today. He's playing Dixie solo acoustically down the ramp to the ring. He's taking on Kid Cash up next. Round of 32 in the King of the Ring. Chad, you predicted Kid Cash to move on. But you didn't even predict Jeff Jarrett to move on in the first round. Good Lord.
No, I picked Road Dogg, I think, for some reason.
Kid Cash does move on, though. 2 for 2 for Chad here tonight.
So smart.
Kid Cash defeats Jeff
Do
Jarrett.
I pick a new champion since I'm no longer in it? Do I pick a new person to back?
No, you predicted your thing. You don't back anyone now. That's the rules. Kid Cash defeats Jeff Jarrett in 14:45 with a dead level. That's why you can't do that. You don't do that in sports. Oh, I picked this guy. Oh, well, this team's gone now. Second round, I'll pick a new team. Oh, that team's out. Third round, I'll pick a new team. You don't do that, Chad. You pick and you stick to your guns. You're not a fair weather King of the Ring picker. All right?
Fair enough.
Kid Cash, though, wins. And then he celebrates and he plays Dixie with Jeff Jarrett's guitar over Jeff Jarrett. Kid Cash. He said he was going to make a run. He said he was going to become a man here in the King of the Ring. Is this the push?
I'm not gonna be Kid Cash anymore. I'm gonna be Man Cash.
Is this gonna be the run for Kid Cash?
Who knows?
Psychosis is backstage and he's warming up. He's just watching backstage, and he's asked, "Who do you want to face? Who would you want to see come out of the SmackDown side and win King of the Ring?" Psychosis said, "Well, I would love for Eddie Guerrero. You know, I have so much respect for Eddie. It's the man I took the belt off of." And Stone Cold said, "Oh, what? What? You think you?" Oh God, my fucking throat. I'm dying over here. You don't think the rattlesnake is not gonna win King of the Ring? Are you scared of the rattlesnake? Psychosis. What the hell is a psychosis? What? When I win King of the Ring, I'm gonna open a can of whoop ass all over you and those little devil horns you got on your head. I'm gonna rip them off and stick them straight up your candy ass. What? And I'm gonna take that belt and win the King of the Ring and the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. What? Stone Cold and Psychosis having a little stare down after Stone Cold says he's gonna kick his ass. Yeah. Is this the match we're gonna see at SummerSlam? Is Stone Cold gonna win the King of the Ring and take on Psychosis, Chad?
I mean, only time will tell.
We immediately go backstage at the Guerrero Dojo. They are freaking out now after a little bit of tension last week. Latin Lover says, "Hey guys, like I said, don't worry. I'm going to go out there up next. I take on Mystico. I'm going to win. I'm going to beat that little kid. And then I'm going to move on. And then I'm going to win the King of the Ring. And I bring the title back to where it belongs, the Guerrero Dojo." And the child was like, "No, I'm going to do it." No, Eddie. Eddie says, "I'm going to do it." They're all arguing who's going to win King of the Ring. Chad, this next match, Latin Lover and Mystico. You didn't even have Mystico moving on. You had Perry Saturn, but you did predict Latin Lover to move on, Chad. And in a 92, Mystico gets the upset over Latin Lover.
God, I'm so dumb.
15:39.
So stupid.
Mystico defeating SmackDown Tag Team Champion Latin Lover here. And moves on with the Palanca Tornado.
When do we find out that that's actually just Chad wearing a Mystico mask?
I don't think we ever find that out because it isn't true.
Are you sure?
And Mystico celebrates as he walks past backstage of the Eddie and Chavo, and they're like, "Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck." Well, here we go, boys. Best of luck. Chavo and Eddie. One-on-one. You predicted Eddie to move on. Is Chad going to be right about that one? In a 94, Eddie defeats Chavo in 1936 with a frog splash. Eddie will move on, Chad. Nice prediction there. 3 for 4 today.
It would have been big if Chavo won, though.
Would have been huge. And then they hug and they celebrate. And Chavo gives his brother the respect.
Or his uncle.
Whatever. They're brothers in this universe. And that's the end of the show. A 93, Chad. A 93. A 93, Chad. We went over SmackDown's matches, or Raw's matches. Next week for SmackDown, we will see the final 8 for SmackDown, which include, Chad, Kid Cash versus Booker T, Chris Daniels or Scott Steiner, Eddie Guerrero and Mystico, and Austin and Flair. Ooh. Austin might have the easiest run, I think, too. I'm now realizing that. Like, look at the 8 people over here. He might have the easiest run to the final 8. Ric Flair, Jake Roberts, Savage, Noble, Cena, Arn, Nick Gage. Who's going to beat Austin? Who's going to do it, Chad? Is anyone going to beat it?
Is anyone?
Well, Chad predicted Scott Steiner was going to do it. So we'll see you for Thunder, Chad. Any hints? Any sneak previews you want to pop in?
No. And we are here with Thunder. Justin, you may have brought the heat, but I brought the Thunder. And this is going to be the best show of the week, so get ready.
I'm already writing WWF down.
No, stop it. Stop it. You can't.
I just did.
Well, but get ready to cross it out.
I won't.
Well, get ready.
I won't.
You will.
You haven't had a solo win since February.
Get ready. Because
That's
it's coming
not
now.
good,
It's
Chad.
coming now. Just run it. It's coming now. Get ready. You know what? Cancel the show. We are here from
fucking Bob Sapp.
We are here in Canada at the Quebec Olympic Stadium.
I see.
And Sylvester Stallone announces that Samoa Joe, he's not here tonight.
You couldn't make it over the border?
He couldn't make it. He's selling his injuries. He never showed up to work. So ha ha ha. But don't worry, because even though your chump isn't here, the Tap Out crew still is, and we got our brand new member, Bob Sapp, and he's making his in-ring debut as a Tap Out crew member tonight. And Stallone and Shamrock and Vader, they're gonna be in the main event tonight. Who are they taking on? It's a surprise, but get ready because that's gonna be a show, and way better than anything that Samoa Joe could ever give you. So really, you should be thanking us because we're the reason why this show isn't gonna stink. And Samoa Joe, I hope you're watching wherever you are, and I hope you learned a valuable lesson. And that lesson is you don't mess with the Tap Out crew.
Bob Sapp, man. Bob Sapp, bro. He's in a match tonight?
Yes. And we've got a tag team match, Justin. And about that, decent wrestling, but not much heat. Too Cool defeated Disco Inferno and Rick Martel. When
Rick
Scotty
Martel's retired.
When Scotty
Stop putting him in matches.
When Scotty Too Hot, he pinned Rick Martel with a pile driver.
You're gonna kill the poor fucker.
Owen Hart is here. He's just, he's in Canada. Wanted to say hi to his fans. He says, "Listen, I'm so happy that I'm in Canada. It's we're not too far away from where I grew up. I have no idea actually where we are in hindsight compared to that, but." He said, but it's great. I'm happy to be here for and to perform in front of you fans. So let's show the WCW what we Canadians are all about, and let's give them hell today. And everyone's chanting and cheering, and he actually, Justin, he gets the crowd hyped up.
Yeah,
everyone loves Owen Hart.
Yeah, but they would love to see him in a match.
Well, maybe he will be in a match. Who knows? Well, we got Mike
Two
Awesome.
Canadian boys right here.
We got Mike Awesome taking on Steven Regal in a decent match. Steven Regal defeated Mike Awesome with an exploder suplex, Justin.
Was Mike Awesome Canadian?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I think Mike Awesome was American.
Are you sure?
I don't know, but I think he was American.
He was American. I thought he was Canadian for a minute.
I did think he was Canadian when I booked this too for a second, and then I was like, no, he's American.
He's a cousin of Horace Hogan.
He is. Which then makes him the cousin of Hulk Hogan. Remember when I called him Mike Hogan for a minute?
No.
Oh. And then Raven cuts a promo.
On his upcoming match against Steven Regal.
Yeah, he said he challenges Steven Regal. He said, you beat me last week and I want a rematch.
Didn't he just call out Shawn Michaels?
He's calling out everybody. Listen.
Or Samoa Joe, sorry.
Yeah, he did, but then he lost to Steven Regal and he wants to get his win back, so he's challenging him at Great American Bash. Oh. But Justin, here we go. Bob Sapp taking on Davey Boy Smith. And Bob Sapp wins with a handful of tights. Oh, they don't seem to click. That's unfortunate.
Chad, Bob Sapp got a 32. 22.
22.
Do you really expect people to believe that people should be scared of Bob Sapp?
Well, listen, he won.
He got a 22.
Oh, he still won. After the match, Bob Sapp and Sylvester Stallone were going to beat down. Davey Boy continued the assault, but from the crowd, Justin, Samoa Joe jumps from the crowd, jumps over the barricade, and saves Davey Boy Smith. And Samoa Joe says, Sylvester Stallone, I ain't afraid of you at all, and I ain't afraid of your tap-out bitches. He was like, I'm going to say, I can't wait to break the arms of every single member of the tap-out crew. And Sylvester Stallone, next week, I'm starting with you.
Ooh, you gotta beat his ass. But that's the GM.
That is the GM, but Samoa Joe doesn't care. Justin, we got Juventud versus Funaki, and about that had good wrestling, but little heat. Juventud defeated Funaki with a 450 splash. They've got pretty good chemistry.
Yeah.
That lifted the match.
It's a short match. That's why I only got a 70.
True. Well, we were running press for time, you see. Shannon Moore, he's cutting a promo, basically saying, you know what? He's just kind of hyping himself over, and he says next week, Justin, he's going to challenge somebody to a match at Great American Bash.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who's it going to be? We'll have to see.
Me. Hopefully it's me.
Justin, We got Team Canada taking AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio in a tag team match, and about that good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Team Canada defeats AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio when Eric Young submitted AJ Styles. Team Canada, Justin, get a big win.
Oh my God. Those guys are bums.
Get a big win, Justin.
Those guys are bums. You didn't keep anyone strong either. Were they okay with this?
AJ was mad. We'll give him some money. We'll be good. We'll give him some money. And then afterwards, Team Canada lead the audience in the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Take it away, Justin.
I do it every time.
And Justin, our main event tonight.
There's no build-up to this.
The Global Tag Team Championship surprise main event for the Canadian fans. Brett and Owen.
Chad's lost. I think he's past his prime. Chad is a washed-up booker.
No, this is great. Look at this. It's fun.
It's fun. No one knew about it. There has been no build-up to it.
It's fun. It's a surprise.
Surprise!
It's a nice surprise for our Canadian audience. They advertised a tag team match tonight, but it was a
When did they do that?
In the opening match, they said, "Listen, Ken Shamrock and Vader are going to be in a tag team match tonight. We don't."
Did I miss that?
You weren't paying attention, but he said he said you'll find out who their opponents are, but it's going to be fun. He literally said that in the promo.
I'm gonna have to go back and
Check
watch
the tape.
Check.
But in a good match, Brett and Owen, Justin, defeat Ken Shamrock and Vader when Owen submitted Ken Shamrock with a sharpshooter. Brett and Owen make defense number 7 of the Global Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
And after the match, Owen and Brett celebrate in the ring with all of their fans. 81.
You used Bob Sapp too much.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm going to write this down. WWF wins again, and Chad is struggling right now heavily. It's because I'm not booking his shows for him. Isn't that right, Chad?
Listen, we just got to find our stride. We just got to find our stride, and we'll get there.
Your stride you haven't seen your stride in 6 months, buddy.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
It's been a long 2000. I think we can already say that I've won the company of the year.
I'm not calling it.
I think the game is going to call it.
I don't think they are. Listen, we got to remember we want you.
All right, we'll see you for episode 13, week 3. Or maybe Chad can get it together then. But
This is great. This is solid booking. Look at this.